Right, folks, if you don't know, now you know. This is Talking Telly, and today we're going to be talking about the sports movies or TV shows you need to watch. And I mean, you need to watch this winter season. This winter, with the World Cup, with, if you're into it, the NBA, the NFL,
March Madness.
March Madness around the corner. You got Thanksgiving around the corner. No
Super
better
Bowl.
time to start watching your favourite sports films now. While you're stuck in your house, you can barely go outside, you know. Storms are flying in left, right and centre in America, you know. It's no better time to sit back and watch your favourite Rocky movies. No better time to sit back and watch your favourite football movies. Your favourite basketball movies. Your favourite swimming movies.
Swimming movies.
Your favourite equestrian movies.
Equestrian movies.
There is equestrian movies out there. There is equestrian movies, and I have seen
them.
them.
There definitely are, but I don't.
There is a movie called Equestrian.
Oh, okay.
I have seen it.
Okay. Well,
I have seen it.
why don't we get Why don't we get the non? Let's just go to some sports. Yeah? So go ahead, hit me with the equestrian one.
The equestrian movie, there's not much to talk about. It's quite literally about training a racehorse,
Oh.
as you'd expect from the title, Equestrian. And they trained the winning racehorse in the end, and that was all good. And then the racehorse, I think, gets injured or something, and they kill it. That's the story, right there. Not my cup of tea, to be fair. I was kind of made watch it. Still doesn't mean it wasn't a good movie. Would I see it again?
No.
Like, probably no. Probably no. But for those out there who do like horse riding, do enjoy, you know, horse-related stories such as Warhorse and other classics, maybe My Little Pony fans out there, you know. Equestrian, that's your movie this winter season. I say we jump onto a few other wacky movies.
So, of course, we gotta talk about the football movies, like Men like.
Oh no! We're going wacky first, man. You gotta go wacky movies.
You're
first.
telling me
Wacky
Shaolin soccer is not wacky?
No. But football isn't a wacky sport. Football isn't a wacky sport. Talk about wacky football movies. But it's a football movie all the same, so you can't. Like, I'm talking, you literally have ice skate movies, Blades of Glory.
Well, I don't know any of them.
You don't know Blades of Glory with Will Ferrell?
No, I don't like Will Ferrell.
I don't like him either, but I've seen the movie.
No, I know what Happy.
You've got
Happy Gilmore.
Happy.
Adam Sandler's.
God. No, we can't go on another fucking Adam Sandler.
Well, like tirade.
We can't do it again. We can't go on another
Space
Adam Sandler
Jam.
rant.
Space Jam. What about Space Jam?
Space Jam. Of course, I've watched Space Jam.
Yeah, but it's shit.
No, hold on a minute.
Well, the new one.
I was very entertained as a child watching Space Jam. I was very entertained. Like, I'd look back on that movie and feel nostalgic.
I just remembered the Mighty Ducks. That movie was terrible.
Terrible.
I did not like the Mighty Ducks.
I like the Mighty Ducks. Bear in mind, you have like. I feel like if I watched the movie now, I'll be like, oh.
As a kid, I watched it and I was like, I don't like this.
Me as a kid, on the other hand, I was very entertained watching my Mighty Ducks movies.
Oh my god!
Space Jam movies.
Did you know that Foggy from Daredevil is in Mighty Ducks?
Yeah. He plays the star, doesn't he? He plays a.
I don't know. I actually have no idea.
I'll look it up now in a second.
He plays someone alright.
Do you know the name of the character?
Yeah. It is Fulton Reed.
He doesn't play the star.
Oh no.
That's kind of shit.
The Tooth Fairy. God, if we're talking about ice hockey movies, the Tooth Fairy is actually a hell of a movie. With, of course, everyone's favorite, Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson. I saw this movie in the goddamn cinemas, and I was like 8. So I saw this when I was 8. I had the time of my life. The plot is Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson, and this is like This is like Scorpion King, The Rock. You know, this isn't like crazy ripped Rock. He's got no tattoos on his chest. He's got the weird hair. This is just normal Rock. Rocky Maivia.
Just like this is, I call it fuzzy Rock era. Yeah. Fuzzy Rock. Yeah, you know, like the photo of the Rock, the iconic photo of him like leaning on the thing.
No.
You don't know that photo? You don't know that photo?
I don't really know that photo. It's just, it's The Rock, but he's not like he's obviously like built, but he's not wrestling right now, so he's not shredded, and he's not Big Rock yet. And he's a professional hockey player, like he's like the best or whatever. And I don't remember why, but for some reason he has to become the Tooth Fairy. I don't remember why. And his son like plays guitar and doesn't like him or whatever. The movie sucks ass, but it's funny.
I'm kind of gonna sound controversial here because you just said you liked the movie. I wasn't a big fan of it. Even as a kid.
Well, as a kid, I liked it. Now I probably would think it's stupid. As a kid, I was like, it's okay.
I just sent it in there. That's the Rock I'm talking about. That's the fuzzy Rock.
No, that's not.
It's literally just after. It's just after that.
That's not. That fuzzy Rock is like 1990 old.
That's not. No. Look at his head. He's balding.
He was always like that.
He's balding. That's probably like late 90s.
It's like Googled 1990 Rock and that came up.
No way. No.
Yeah.
No.
Look at this. Look at this. Look at this. Look. 1996. That's prime Rock right there.
Yeah, but he definitely looks older. He definitely looks older in the next picture.
I'm just saying.
Like in the picture I sent. He
looks
older.
It's him and it's 90s. Alright, so. And Tooth Fairy is goddamn 20 years after that. So like 15 years after that. This is what he this is what he looks like in the Tooth Fairy. Look, I'll send you the picture.
Actually, speaking of Rock movies, Rock sports movies, gotta talk about Game Plan. You ever seen Game Plan?
Game Plan.
You've never seen Game Plan with The Rock?
The Game Plan, no.
Game Plan?
What's it about?
Game Plan is a Disney classic. It's a Disney classic, I tell you. So it's about The Rock, and he's a quarterback on this big American football team.
Oh yeah.
He's their star quarterback, and these past few years, so he was like, you know, speaking of like wonder kids, he was literally a wonder kid for this team.
Mm-hmm.
And you know, a couple of years have gone by, and he's just braggadocious asshole on the pitch.
Oh,
you know, all he cares about himself. You know, he doesn't pass. He just runs the plays, gets the touchdown, gets the girls. That's all he does. That's what he's known for. And this guy, like Messi, has never won the Super Bowl. You know, Messi's never won the World Cup. This guy's never won the Super Bowl. That's
his dream. You can't compare it, but okay.
What?
You can't compare him, but okay.
Can't compare them, but you know, still.
Yeah.
This guy's never won the Super Bowl. You know, The Rock's fiending for the Super Bowl. He wants to try everything he can to get the Super Bowl, but you know, his team just keep on letting him down.
Yeah.
And eventually, this girl ends up on his porch, and the girl's like, oh, "You're actually my dad." And I was like, "What? What do you mean I'm your dad?" And The Rock pretty much tries to force a girl out of his home for like half the movie, and the girl was underage. Thought I'd let that one in there before people start thinking, "Oh no, forcing a girl out of his room." No, that girl's like 10. Before people start getting their six-fist minds into this, that girl is like 10 years old in the movie, and The Rock has to learn to become a dad with the help of Auntie Claire, and Auntie Claire is like The Rock's new love interest in this movie. And Auntie Claire helps out The Rock and helps out the daughter, and they go from bad dad the dad who leaves his daughter in the nightclub and he drives off home drunk, to a dad who bear in mind, folks, this all happens in the movie. A dad who does ballet. The Rock does ballet in this movie.
Doesn't he do something similar in the Tooth Fairy?
Oh, he does do a little bit of ballet in the Tooth Fairy, doesn't he?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, he does. No, he does full on, like, dressed up costume, like, performing ballet. Not like the tutu bullshit from the Tooth Fairy. He actually does proper ballet in this. I have to say, like, it was probably one of the more entertaining parts from the movie. And eventually, he wins the Super Bowl. He does it, folks. He does it.
Yeah.
In true Disney fashion, he wins the Super Bowl.
The game plan worked.
Yeah, the game plan works. And then in the end, when he's supposed to say, I love knockoff McDonald's, whatever fucking company was called, he says, I love my daughter. And that's how the movie ends. He becomes a good dad. He becomes a good teammate. He becomes a good ballet dancer. He doesn't get with Auntie Claire. He gets with the ballet dancer, ballet teacher, whatever it is. Auntie Claire somewhere somewhere chilling. I don't know.
It sounds like a fever dream.
And they all live happily ever after. The end.
Well, what if I hit you with some actual good? Well, I'll give you. Personally, I'm not the biggest fan. Actually, yeah. This might be controversial. I'm not the biggest fan of Karate Kid.
I like Karate Kid.
Both the original and the new, and the Jaden Smith version. I'm not a fan of either.
I like the Jaden Smith version. I'm not a major fan of. Well, you can literally call it the original trilogy. I'm not a major fan of the original trilogy.
I think there were just two.
No, there's three.
I think the third one is the new one.
No, there's three, man. There's three.
Oh wow, what the hell? I've seen
Oh my
one
god,
and two.
am I right, dog? Am I right?
I saw 1 and 2, I never saw 2.
3 is where... what's his name? There's like a guy with long hair, he comes in and... once the main character goes off to join the bad guy Cobra Kai group. And then the guy teaches him to fight with anger and hatred. And then they get a bad boy karate superstar coming up, and they literally give him a fake name, they give him a fake ID, they give him all that bullshit to beat your man, the main character, in the whatever it is, the Hidden Valley Championship or some whatever the name is, and your man wins because the main guy is too focused on hatred and revenge. And he's not thinking straight, and then eventually he goes back to his old sensei, and then they train together and they win.
Yeah, I never liked Karate Kid. The new one, the old one, I never liked it. Too boring. I was never into karate. I was never like a huge, wow, karate's so cool. Wow, they're kicking. I never thought that was so hype.
I like the first Karate Kid. The first Karate Kid was alright, I guess. But like...
if we want to talk about some good, wholesome sports movies, I don't think you can do better than Eddie the Eagle in 2016. Have you seen Eddie the Eagle?
Yes. I love Eddie the Eagle. And it has Hugh Jackman in it as well.
Hugh Jackman. Aaron Tagerton.
Yeah, from Kingsman Folks.
Yeah. I love Eddie the Eagle. Now, personally, I'm a huge ski jumping fan. I mean, I've been watching it for years. I always went to Poland, always does great. Kamil Stoch, Małysz, they're some of the best ski jumpers of all time. And I knew Eddie the Eagle. I knew him because he's a joke in the skiing community. He's literally the worst skier, the worst professional skier of all time. That made it to the big leagues. And so when I heard that they're making a movie about him, I was stoked. I was like, oh my god. And the movie is just wholesome fun. Like, it's so wholesome. Like, it's just a nice, happy movie. It's enjoyable. It's funny. And I remember I watched it in the cinemas. And the ending is just like, oh, he fails, but he did, like, his goal was never to be the best. His goal was just to make it. And he was just so happy with it. And they showed him pictures. And when I left the theatre, I just thought, I wish more movies felt like this. Like, it felt so happy on the inside,
Mm.
And Hugh Jackman, obviously, is phenomenal.
That's what it is, though. It's just a heartwarming, family-friendly
it's
movie, and it's definitely one to watch with the family. It's definitely one.
It's a real feel-good movie.
It is. It's definitely something you'd sit down to watch on RTE on Stevens' Day after eating a bit of dinner, and you're just content watching it. You're just content. Christmas Day is over. The stress of it all is done. The dinners are done.
Yeah.
You just sit down. You're in your pajamas. You just watch Eddie Meagle.
Do we want to start doing the good movies now?
I believe so.
Well, let's talk about arguably probably one of the best, if not the best sports movie, Rush, with Chris Hemsworth and I don't remember the other guy's name, but arguably a better actor. And the guy who plays name. I can't. Daniel Brühl. I'll never remember that name.
Oh, Daniel Brühl.
It's a Formula One movie about the iconic rivalry between James Hunt and Niki Lauda, and it is a phenomenal movie. Oh my god, it is. It's just a great.
I'd say
it's simply a great movie, and the sports layer just adds to it.
Honestly, I was gonna say there, like it crosses the line between what you call it, being like just a high drama movie, being a sports movie. It's just over the edge. It's just like you have to consider it a sports movie, but the drama in this movie is insane.
It's phenomenal.
Like you're barely concentrating on the driving half the time. You just you either know Niki Lauda's winning or James Hunt's winning. But you're so focused on their rivalry that everything else just kind of like zones out. And that's like the best thing about it. You gain tunnel vision during this movie. All you care about is who is going to win, who will be the victor, who will be the last one laughing. And you see the trials and tribulations. You see what Lauda goes through.
Oh my god! The acting in this movie is phenomenal. With Daniel as Niki Lauda, it's just I can't think of a better in any movie ever, like a portrayal of a real person. I don't think there's ever been a better portrayal of someone real than Daniel as Niki Lauda. He looks like him.
I don't know the story now of.
Well, I know.
Lauda.
He looks like him. He talks like him. Everything that happens in the movie is basically 1-to-1. They obviously dramatize it a bit, but everything is 1-to-1. The fella is Niki Lauda. Like it is just. It's uncanny. It's uncanny. And I can't think of a better adaptation. It's phenomenal. It's just I'm just thinking about some of the scenes, man. I can't. It's just this most of like his mannerisms, the way he talked, like it was phenomenal. And obviously, I can't not talk about Chris Hemsworth and James Hunt. He was phenomenal as well. But
definitely look, I'm gonna have to say it's Chris Hemsworth's best movie. Definitely his best movie. Like I know everybody says he is Thor.
Yeah, and he is Thor. He is Thor.
But he doesn't act as well as he does in any Thor movie or any Marvel movie.
Yeah.
As well as he acts as James Hunt in Rush.
Definitely.
Like
it's a complex.
It's not made from. Yeah. It's not like the act like. It's not like he was made for the role.
No.
But he plays it so well. Yeah. You can't think of anyone else who could fill that role. I can't.
No, God no. He plays it so. It's just a complex role. He has so many emotions, so many different eras of his life, and it's great. I think Rush and Bad Times at El Royale. If you've seen that movie, he's great in that movie.
See, I haven't seen that movie.
It's a really. It's not. It's a weird movie, but it's very, very good. Very good.
Bad Times at El Royale. I'll keep it in the mind.
Have you heard of it?
No, never heard of it.
Google it. This movie came out 2018. I saw a lot of trailers for it. I always wanted to see it, but never did. And one day I watched it on Now TV or whatever, and it was very good. It's almost like a murder mystery thriller. With Chris Hemsworth, John Hamm, Jeff Bridges, Dakota Jackson. It is stacked, and it's just a phenomenal movie.
Actually, I did see trailers for this. I haven't seen it, but I did see trailers for it.
It's really good. It's really good.
Damn, no, the cast is stacked.
Yeah. Oh yeah. It's a really good movie.
The cast is stacked.
Yeah. And like, have you seen, like, look at what Chris Hemsworth looks like in that movie. He plays like this cult leader.
Actually, he does look pretty cool, to be fair.
Yeah, and like he does like this little dance. Oh, it's so good.
To be fair though, he does look beast. He does look beast.
Yeah, I'll send you this. Like it's not just like that's just one part of the dance. There's a whole dance. I don't know if the GIF is loading or not, but here's a whole dance. Oh, it's very good. Anyway, other great sports movies. I don't want to talk about boxing movies just yet, because most of
no.
Most of the great sport movies are boxing movies. I think we need to get to it, man. Shaolin Soccer.
No. Look, there's definitely great football movies we could talk about. Definitely great football movies we could talk about.
Alright, but the best football movie I've seen is Mean Machine. Did you see Mean Machine?
I've seen Mean Machine.
It's not a great movie, but it's okay. With Vinnie Jones and Jason Statham.
I like Mean Machine. I'm gonna hit you with Green Street.
Yeah, Green Street is
Green Street is such a good sports film.
Green Street is
it's another one. It's like Rush. You know,
it's not really a. It's a sports fan feel. It's not a sports feel.
Yeah, but it perfectly
encapsulates,
the rush and excitement and the passion behind football. That's the thing. So that's why you have to consider it a sports movie.
Hooliganism, tribalism.
Yeah, the urge to fight.
I love Charlie Hunnam's accent. Like I'll never not get.
Yeah, Charlie Hunnam. No, because I didn't realise that was Charlie Hunnam up until recently. I've watched this movie for years, mind you. I didn't realise it was Charlie Hunnam. I only copped it after watching Sons of Anarchy, and I was like,
"There's a Green Street tree." Oh no.
Yeah. Oh no. Any Green Street after Green Street 1, discard it. Don't worry about it.
I thought there was like a niche movie like Fight Club that they never got a sequel.
No, it's had like 5 or 6 movies at this stage. They're all shit.
It got 4 million in the box office. Why on earth did it get a sequel? It got 4 million. Like what studio would want a sequel for a movie that earned basically nothing?
Bear in mind, it was a popular enough movie in England for some reason.
4 million means no one gave a rat's.
Yeah, but who in America is going to watch a movie about
in England?
Silly.
4 million in England is pathetic. 4 million. That's very bad. That's very bad. 4 million.
No.
Now, I don't think you realize a little bit. Not 44. Morbius earned like 50 times more.
Morbius got all its money from China.
That's not true.
It's probably true, man. It's probably true.
They probably banned Morbius in China because it was too graphic or something. In China, they're not allowed to show skulls, so they probably didn't show Morbius.
Wait, they couldn't show skulls?
Skulls. Like in some movies, in Dota, like the Dota game, there's an item that just is a skull. And they're like, oh, you can't show that. And it looks different in the Chinese version.
Dear God.
They
are crazy.
I need to rewatch Green Street because I remember very little of it. I watched it ages and ages and ages ago.
Oh, Green Street is a great football movie.
I watched it.
I hit you with another great football movie. Goal.
I heard about Goal. I heard about Goal, but I never had the incentive.
Because I keep on talking about Goal. It's a great football movie. Now this movie. So you have Green Street, which perfectly encapsulates the feeling of being a football fan, the passion behind it.
Yeah.
Well, Goal is from the perspective. It's like playing through Alex Hunter.
Yeah.
Career. That's what it feels like. That's literally what Alex Hunter is based on. It's based on this movie. And Goal, basically, it's about this young rising star in America who gets trials at Newcastle.
Yeah.
And he makes it. And this guy is literally came from nothing.
Yeah.
He's living in a shitty apartment with the scout who signed them, and he can't make a break into the first team, and he's a rising striker. He's struggling playing in England. He doesn't know how to adjust properly. It's not like a home where it's nice and warm every day. You can go out on your jogs, and you're not getting pushed around. You're not getting this, that, and the other. Because American football just isn't as advanced.
Yeah.
It's not the same. It's not as big and as strong and as physical as English football. And this guy's, he's constantly thinking to himself, will I leave? Will I stay? But he decides he's going to stay. He's going to work hard, get himself in the first team. And eventually he does. There's a lot of mentionable names in it as well. Alan Shearer's in it. Wayne Rooney's in it.
Beckham, Zidane.
Beckham, Zidane, they're all in these movies.
Well, I mean, the title is horrible. Goal. What a horrible name for a movie.
Oh, it's a shit name.
Goal exclamation mark, by the way. Goal exclamation mark.
Any football fans out there who want to watch a movie to get themselves hyped for the World Cup, I would definitely recommend Goal. I would definitely recommend Goal.
I
Goal 2 is good, but you can leave it.
Yeah.
If you don't want to watch it, I wouldn't watch it.
Goal
number 1 though. Him playing for Newcastle. The moments in the movie, it's great. It's like Eddie the Eagle. It's a feel good football movie.
Okay.
You leave that movie. It's not the best movie, mind you. It's not like perfect drama, perfect everything, but it's just a good movie.
I guess you can count The Longest Yard as a sports movie.
Oh dear God.
Oh
dear God.
There's a lot of American.
Look, there's a lot of American football movies.
They exist
there's a lot
in droves.
Actually, I'm gonna give you an amazing American football movie before we get into boxing. An amazing American football one. And I'm going to give you an amazing basketball one, and then we're leaving it.
Can I guess what basketball?
Amazing.
Can I get which basketball one you're going to say?
Which basketball one?
Can I guess what you're going to say?
Yeah, of course.
I haven't seen this, but I've heard it's good. Coach Carter. Or is that
it is indeed. You got it in one. You actually got it in one. Yeah. No, it is a fantastic movie. It is really, really good. Samuel L. Jackson is brilliant in it. He's really good. And I have to say, it's a great movie. Honestly, it's just a great movie. But it's not as good as this American football one, I'm going to say.
Yeah.
Remember the Titans.
Never heard of it.
You never heard of Remember the Titans?
No.
Now, I have to say, this is the one and only Disney sports movie I'll ever watch.
Oh jeez, my god, Disney sports movie with Denzel Washington.
It's a Disney sports movie. And it's about this American football team. They're a high school American football team. They're the Titans. But people, they don't respect the name anymore because it's after turning into a co-ed school. So bear in mind, this was once a white school which weren't good at American football anymore. They were the Fallen Titans, and has now become a co-ed school, so black students can now come in. It's based around the civil rights movement. And actually, it's shortly after. I think it's the early 70s. This movie is based in, and there's still a lot of stigma behind black students. It's not a very black accepting community, so there's a lot of backlash from the local town about this new Titan, new school or whatever. And the movie, it focuses around the two coaches. So you got Denzel Washington, who is the new coach they've brought in, who's done well in Florida, mind you, a big American football state. He's done well coaching in Florida. He's done well in these certain places, and now he's come to this new co-ed school. And the other coach, who's like, I think is trying to remember his name. I can't remember his name. But this coach, he's been coaching the team for ages. He's helped the team in the past win championships. He's a good coach. He's a good guy. All the town like him. So these two coaches, white and black, they come together. And they're eventually able to bring together this team, the Titans. And it's about, the racial aspect, will the white students, black students be able to mix? It's about how will the town react to white and black students being together? how they react to their team, their town team,
Okay.
having black players on it, how they react to a black coach. You know, the climate of it all back in the day. You know, of course, the coach is getting harassed. He's getting forced out of town. The players are getting bananas thrown at them. They're not allowed
I
in
get
bars.
it. After,
But eventually, this team they go on and win. They go on and win. It's a great movie. Definitely recommend it, folks.
After
Definitely.
that very sad movie, we're gonna line it up, but a truly phenomenal movie. Dodgeball, a true underdog story.
Oh dear God!
I actually hate Dodgeball. Is one of my least favorite movies.
Oh dear God!
I think that's one of my least. I hate the actor who plays, not Ben Stiller, the other guy, Vince Vaughn. I hate Vince Vaughn. One of my least favorite actors.
Vince Vaughn. That's
the big guy. The guy looks like a dumbass.
that's Will Ferrell's buddy.
I hate Vince Vaughn.
Dear God!
So much. I really don't like him. I think he's one of the worst actors I've ever seen.
You know, he has. Let me look up this guy again. Let me look up this boy. I just want to make sure it's the right guy before I start spouting off.
Look at Vince Vaughn.
Oh, it's this guy.
I hate
Vince Vaughn. I hate Vince Vaughn. He's had no good movies.
I think
like, every single movie he's been, like, I'm literally looking at the list, and it's a list of movies which I feel like NPCs would enjoy.
Yeah, he's an NPC actor.
He's literally an NPC actor. Wedding Crashers, NPC movie.
Oh.
The Breakup, NPC movie. The Internship, NPC movie.
Oh. You're listing my worst.
Actually, the only good one he's in, I'm literally looking at right now, and he only plays a small part, mind you, is Hacksaw Ridge.
Oh yeah, I know he's fine in Hacksaw Ridge. He's fine.
He's the CEO in Hacksaw Ridge.
Yeah, I love
but even then, he could be replaced by any other actor, and I'd be perfectly happy. Like, he doesn't contribute to the movie whatsoever.
I think it's time to get into the boxing movies. When should we?
Actually, I have one more movie before we do. One more movie I forgot about. While I was on my rant about Remember the Titans.
Yeah.
Another movie popped into my head. I don't think you've seen this one. This is like a deep cut one.
Yeah.
McFarland, USA.
What?
Have you seen this movie?
I've never heard of it.
Never heard of it?
No, it's what the hell?
McFarland, USA. It came out recently, actually.
That's a Disney sports movie.
It's a Disney sports movie. Yep, it's a Disney sports movie.
Yeah.
Here we go, folks. Owen can't stop watching Disney sports movies.
What sport do they even play? Like, I'm looking at them.
No, they do long distance running. They do running. Yeah. And it's actually about Mexican kids.
Yeah.
Mexican immigrant kids running.
Oh.
And about their coach and all that. And I have to say, no, it's a real good movie. It's a real good movie.
Okay.
That's all I'm gonna say. I definitely I wouldn't recommend watching it, but if it's on the telly, I'd sit down. I'd say sit down and watch it.
Alright.
Wouldn't go out my way to watch it, mind you. But it's a good movie. There you go. That's my McFarlane rant over.
We're talking about the boxing movies. Now, before we go into the boxing movies, I want to talk about two movies that I haven't seen, but I want to see, and they're both boxing movies. One is, you probably have seen it, Warrior with Tom Hardy.
I've seen Warrior.
Yeah, I want to see
Warrior's not a boxing movie.
A UFC MMA movie.
It's a great movie.
Yeah.
It is. If we're going into combat sports here, Warrior is probably one of the best.
Yeah.
Tom Hardy's a fucking demon. He is a demon in this movie. He looks. Bring up pictures of Tom Hardy roided up right now.
Is he actually roided up?
He's roided up.
I look at him. Did he take steroids? I mean, he had to take steroids.
No. He had to have.
Yeah.
He had to have.
He
looks crazy. He looks crazy.
Look at him. He's absolutely juiced. Yeah, it's so perfect. You know what I mean?
In the movie itself, the UFC fighting scenes.
Oh yeah.
He looks like a gorilla.
Yeah.
he actually looks like a gorilla. He's terrifying looking. Like, I don't think... Yeah, a lot of the pictures online don't actually do justice to what you see in the movie.
Yeah.
I'm actually gonna send you in a photo of his back.
Oh.
Look at the size of this dude's back.
I looked and it was Chris Hemsworth. Oh my god. Oh,
look at his back.
Disturbing.
Now, he walked, like, you should see him in the movie itself. He walks, here's a photo.
He has to like put his arms like forward or something. He can't walk without it.
He walks around like a gorilla. He walks around like a gorilla because he's so roided up.
Yeah, no, that's the photo.
Bear in mind, this is all him.
Yeah,
it's no prosthetics or nothing.
Yeah, that's the photo I used. Yeah.
Terrifying. Yeah. And in the movie, like, how is he getting through so many people? Yeah. And you're like, do you see the size of him? Yeah. Bear in mind, it's like the whole movie is based around they set up like this big martial arts competition. It's going to be the biggest martial arts competition of all time. Nothing's going to beat this cup, and it's like knockout style. So you can have like 3 or 4 fights in one night.
Yeah. And
it's based over a 3-day period. There's over 30 contestants, and these are the greatest fighters in the world. And doesn't matter about weight classes, doesn't matter about anything. You can be as big or as small. The greatest of the great go in and they fight in this big tournament. Mortal Kombat style. The only way you're getting out, there's no tapping.
Yeah.
So the only way you're getting out is if you're killed or if you get knocked out. That's the only way.
Or if you pass out, shit.
Oh, if you pass it, well, yeah, you're knocked out, you're gone.
Yeah.
So it focuses on one guy. He's now a teacher, and he used to be a former MMA fighter. He used to do a little bit of UFC, but because he was never like a crowd pleaser, he was never like a crowd hyper, he never really got his chance. So he's now a teacher, and he's making fuck all money, and he's in major debt. So he starts doing a bit of, street fighting, bit of street MMA on the side. And the other side of the coin is his brother. And his brother, who is Tom Hardy in this movie, is after coming back from deployment, and he has nothing. He has no house, no car, no job, no money. And to vent out his anger at everything, to vent out his anger about his abusive dad and shit like that, he starts training again in a UFC gym. Both of them are good in their own rights, but they're two sides of the same coin. Tom Hardy is ferocious. He's this man beast, The way he fights is like Francis Ngannou, there's no tappings, no going for fucking locks, no bullshit.
Yeah, no wearing someone down with kicks into the leg, just fucking all out brawl.
Yeah, he's just a brawler. Well, the other brother, the teacher, he's more technical. He's more, slimy and slithery. He's like, he'd get you by making you tap out before you would. Just him, TKO. The proper total knockout. So these two brothers, they start training up again, and they hear about this competition. And bear in mind, Tom Hardy, he's making a name for himself in the UFC because he just keeps on battering the shit out of people, and he just keeps on getting recorded doing this. So like the heavyweight champion is fighting in the gym Tom Hardy's fighting in, and he's looking for a sparring partner. Tom Hardy steps up, beats the crap into the guy, beats the fuck into him, and people are recording this in the gym. And Tom Hardy's like, this is how badass he is in this movie. So your man's knocked out on the floor. And Tom Hardy spits on him and walks off, starts punching the bag again. Like, what? He spit on the heavyweight champion. He spits on him and just starts hitting the bag again, like it was nothing. Like it was just like a chore he had to do. Like there's no like, get this bozo out of the ring. Somebody come help him. He just spits on him, just starts hitting the bag.
I think
crazy stuff.
Yeah.
Tom Hardy, it's a fucking menace, man. Definitely watch this movie. Definitely watch this movie.
But the other movie I want to watch, I don't know if you heard of this. Raging Bull with Robert De Niro by Martin Scorsese.
Actually, I've heard of this movie. I don't think I've watched it.
I've only heard absolute phenomenal things about this movie, but it's a follow up to like Taxi Driver, not like story wise obviously, but like director and like
director, main actor, yeah.
Apparently like a lot of it, I'm pretty sure like a lot of it is black and white. And it's just I just heard it was a phenomenal movie. De Niro looks like fuck to me, so I do want to see that. And now one movie before we get onto the main topic, as you can see, Joaquin Creed. Before we get onto that, I probably have to talk about arguably the best boxing movie of all time, Real Steel. I mean, come on, Real Steel is a
Real Steel with Hugh Jackman. Oh dear Lord!
Great movie. I have this movie on DVD. I saw this in
I have to say, no, it is a good movie. It's a good
so
boxing movie.
Good. The CGI for 2011 for like probably not a big budget was so good. Like the idea that shadow boxing and like using controls to have robots fight each other because the humans like can't take it that far. It's so good. And then like the montage with Eminem and to like collapse. Oh
yeah.
So good.
Yeah, it's a great movie, and it's another one of them heartfelt, adrenaline pumping movies. That's why I love boxing and martial art movies so much, because they're just adrenaline pumping. You're watching these, you're like, oh, you know, I want to fight, I want to be a man, you know. I
want to be a man.
I want to be a man, you know.
There's oh my god, there's a movie, I can't think of it. It's oh my god. It's an old martial arts movie. It's not like a classic movie. It's similar to Mortal Kombat, but it's not Mortal Kombat, and it sucks ass. I'm trying to remember.
I've seen it. I know exactly what you're talking about. Never Back Down, is it?
No. I saw parts of it. I saw it in Polish. I have no idea what they say. No, that's way too modern. It was a lot older than that.
Oh my god, I can't believe I remember the name of it, to be fair. I was going to talk about Never Back Down, but I forgot the name.
It came out in like the 1990s. Like similar to Mortal Kombat 1995. But I actually can't remember. Well, maybe it was Mortal Kombat? Wait. It was actually Mortal Kombat. No, it wasn't Mortal Kombat. What was it? I can't think of it.
Describe the movie, I might have seen it.
It's similar to Mortal Kombat. There's a knockout phase where they're all trying to fight each other. The main character's some white, like some bland white guy. There's definitely like a big tough black guy in it. He fights some big guy in like this fight in a circle, and he wins in the end through toughness. It's basically Mortal Kombat, but it's not Mortal Kombat. Like it's a tournament, and it's like, oh, whoever wins the tournament gets all this shit, you know. And I don't remember what it was. I'm trying to think.
Can't say I've seen it. Maybe I have seen it before, but I can't remember.
I can't think of it.
Oh, I'll tell you now. A boxing movie, which will get you in your fields. So this is not a good adrenaline pumping movie, folks. This is not.
No.
I don't think you've seen this one. Now, bear in mind, it's a popular enough movie. I feel like a lot of the boxing community have seen this movie, if you get me. But other than that, I might not be. You know, like, I feel like if you ask the general population, I feel like 30% of the people have watched this movie. It's one of them kind of movies, you know?
Yeah.
It's $1 Million Baby.
Yeah, there's a lot of people that watch $1 Million Baby.
Have you seen $1 Million?
I know of it.
Yeah, $1 Million Baby. Well, that's a fucking sad movie. It's a sad movie, folks. I would definitely not recommend watching this around winter time, because it made me shed a tear, to be honest.
Yeah.
I shed a tear after this movie.
So
I was genuinely left upset after this movie. Yet again, it's a great underdog story.
Directed by Clint Eastwood. Oh my god, Luke Cage is in it. What the hell?
Oh yeah. There's a lot of names in it. To be fair.
Well, I mean Clint Eastwood, the baby. Morgan
The
Freeman.
baby.
No, I'm joking. Hilary Swank.
The baby.
Anthony Mackie.
Yeah. $1 Million Baby. It's a great movie. The ending of it is it's so fucking sad.
I actually.
Will I spoil the ending? I feel like it's out long enough.
Oh, I found a movie. That I was watching. Don't spoil the ending because I want to watch it someday. It's
right. I definitely recommend watching it though. I definitely recommend watching it.
It is Jean-Claude Van Damme's Bloodsport from 1988. Look at the image of it. It's absolutely mental. Like Jean-Claude Van Damme avoiding through guild against other people that are just... Everyone just on steroids in this movie. And it is just a non-stop action sport. Like, it's not a sports movie, but I just want to talk about it because I forgot about it. Look up Bloodsport movie.
Bloodsport. 1988, okay.
Look at the images of that shit. Look at Van Damme.
What the hell? What the? Who's the Japanese guy?
I know.
Who's the What the fuck?
Oh, yeah, I saw that.
Fucking huge. Fucking huge.
That, and I'm like, what the
I feel like I'm talking on the Joe Rogan Experience when I'm talking about these guys, but he is fucking huge.
Yeah. Fights to the death in a martial art tournament. Oh.
What the fuck? That guy is fucking. He is yonked.
Yeah. Now. Let's get to the real meat and potatoes of this podcast. Well, maybe not real meat and potatoes, but
real potatoes.
When you think of sports movies, when you think of boxing movies, there's nothing else they think of than Rocky and Creed. I mean, what more can you say? Iconic actors: Sylvester Stallone, Michael B. Jordan.
Michael B. My God,
has transcended many years. Sequels that are actually very good. The third one is going to come out in a couple of months. The trailer came out not long ago. And how do you want to go through every movie, or do we want to just rank them? What do we want to do?
I say we just rank them. I feel like a lot of people have watched them. Like I feel like.
I don't know. Nowadays, I don't think so. I think if I go around and you asking Rocky, less than 50% of people have probably seen Rocky.
Oh no, people definitely know Rocky, but I feel like they don't know the Rocky movies.
They know of it. I feel
like they'd be like,
they've never seen it.
That is true. Well, do you want to go through each Rocky movie? Give a brief summary.
Just
I'm on the bathroom real quick. No, I'll be gone for a minute. You start the discussion, and then I'll jump in.
Yeah.
Where you left off.
So, Rocky is a 6-series movie followed by Creed, and obviously this is Sylvester Stallone in his prime, back when he's not a little disheveled corpse like he is now. This is the 70s, of course, 1976, 77. It's when the first one came out. So Rocky 1. Oh, by the way, Rocky is Sylvester Stallone's breakout movie. He wrote it. Like the screenplay was written by Sylvester Stallone. And it was like his magnum opus. He'd be walking around to different like publishers, different studios, and he'd pitch this movie. And if they say no, he'd be like, alright, I'm going somewhere else. This is gonna be my movie, and it's gonna be the way I want it. So the point of Rocky 1 is basically the I don't know if it's the heavyweight champion, but the boxing champion, Apollo Creed. Yeah, the boxing heavyweight champion, Apollo Creed, played by Carl Weathers. He's basically he's laughing up. He's having a great time. He's famous. Everyone knows him. And on the other side, you have Rocky Balboa, the Italian stallion. He's a club fighter. He's a bit of a bouncer, deck collector. He's a real nobody. Like, no one really cares about him. He's an okay fighter. Basically, Apollo Creed, he wants, I think he comes back from something, and he wants a warm-up fight. He wants to pat his stats a bit, He wants to fight some nobody, beat him around a bit, show the world he's still the best of the best. He talks to some local people, to some local, matchmakers and bookies, and he sees the Italian Stallion, and he laughs at the name, Rocky Balboa. Give me this guy. I'll destroy him. It'll be fun. And Rocky's like, oh my god, I have a heavyweight title shot. No way. Rocky's just, he can't believe he has it. Throughout the movie,
I've returned at a perfect time, I say.
And throughout the movie, he's training, and at the start he's like, oh, they're just gonna use me as a squash match. But then he's like, but what if I actually try? What if I don't just sit there and get better? What if I put my heart in it? What if I beat the heavyweight champion somehow? And he meets Adrian throughout the movie, and he's training, and it's obviously all the training scenes are iconic.
I love the training scenes. I love the training scenes, folks.
I'm pretty sure the fight isn't even that long, but
no, it's not.
In comparison to the other movies, but he gets in.
Oh, in comparison to Creed 1 and 2, no.
I mean, even Rocky 4. Rocky 4, I think is long.
Oh, Rocky 4 was a long fight scene. It was literally, like half an hour maybe.
Most of the movies, the fight scene. And then in the end, he loses. I think it's in the 12th or 13th round. He loses by. Did he lose by card, or
no,
did he get knocked out? I think it's by points.
No, loses by points.
Yeah.
Loses by points.
In the end, he loses by points for 1 or 2 points. And Apollo Creed is still a heavyweight champion, but everyone respects the Italian Stallion, Rocky. So then, Rocky 2, it's basically Rocky wants another shot. He feels, maybe he was screwed 50-50. It's the rematch of the century. The Italian Stallion from Philly against the world heavyweight champion, Apollo Creed. And I honestly don't remember anything else apart from the fact that Rocky wins in the end.
It's the whole point in the second movie. It's kind of similar. Well, I wouldn't say kind of similar.
It's very similar to Rocky 1.
Yeah, it's very similar to Rocky 1.
Yeah.
But Creed takes him more as a threat now.
Yeah.
So you see Creed training as well, and they flesh out the Creed character more.
Yeah.
But Creed is still he's still a very braggadocious person.
Yeah.
He's still a very, I'm gonna train hard and I'm still gonna win,
Yeah.
This guy, he gave me a tough fight last time because I didn't train properly.
Uh-huh.
Well, now I'm gonna come back. I need to prove to people. No random bloke off the street can come up, train and beat me. So they both train. They both give their heart and souls into it. The fight night comes and Rocky is declared the winner.
Yeah.
And then they have the big, the Adrian, that's it.
Yeah. So the Rocky 3 with Mr. T in it is basically Rocky the champion. He's living it up, and in comes this new challenger. He's been laying everyone down. He's a scary guy. It's Mr. Goddamn T. I don't remember his name. It's Clubber. Yeah, Clubber.
Yeah, Clubber.
He comes in and it's like, my God, this guy's a machine. He'll destroy you.
Would you mess with a guy named Clubber? I would not mess with a guy named Clubber.
Let's just say
Sylvester
Rocky Balboa just gets clobbered. He just gets clubbed and clobbered. He gets done in.
Now, you see, the problem is he falls. I feel like you need to explain.
Yeah, so
he falls short for the classic Creed treatment. He's training in this class hotel. He has 5-star treatment. He's living it up. He's living life because he bet Apollo Creed, the greatest of all time.
He's beating other people as well. He's not just beating Apollo. He's beating everyone else.
Oh yeah, but he's doing what Apollo Creed did.
Yeah.
And he was trying to retire at the end of the not at the end. He was trying to retire at the starting of the third movie.
Yeah.
And he was doing his run in Philadelphia, and he was like, "Thanks, folks. This is me. I'm tired now. I'm world champion. I have my money. I want to retire." And then Clubber comes out. "You can't retire yet, Rock. You still haven't won me. You still haven't beaten me, Rock."
Yeah. You haven't faced anyone like Mr. T.
Yeah, it has to be Mr. T to do it. And then, Rocky's training, but he's not training too hard. You know, he's not giving it his all. He's like, oh, look, this guy be easy stuff compared to Creed.
Yeah.
And Rocky gets clobbered.
Yeah.
Like you said, he gets clobbered.
But no, he gets clobbered so badly, he doesn't want to rematch. He's afraid. He's like, I'm not going back in the ring again. I never want to fight again. This guy ended my career. And it takes Apollo Creed literally having to give him the biggest motivation talk and being like, come on, man, you're better than this guy. You can't just give up now after like this loss. And eventually, through the help of Apollo, he trains back up to be his best, and he beats Clubber to regain the title. Yeah. And then, and the movie ends with Rocky and Apollo going to have their iconic third match in closed doors, and it ends with like a still frame of both of them throwing the first punch. And no one knows whoever won that fight.
Well, no, it's revealed in the credits.
It's hinted at. It's hinted.
It's revealed in the credits.
Or they just straight up say?
Yeah, they pretty much say it. They said Creed won.
Yeah.
Just not, you know.
You didn't have to spoil it that early though. You could have let it.
Sorry, dog. I had to do it.
But now on to the best Rocky movie in my opinion. Best, I think, even better than Creed. Rocky 4. It's still, in my opinion, the most iconic one. And it's, you know, everyone's having a good time. I'm pretty sure Rocky's retired. Creed is still like fighting, but everyone's having a good time. And in comes Ivan Drago, and he's like, I'm literally a machine made by the Soviet Union. I will crush anyone. And, you know, like, please put a challenger towards me, and I'll crush you with ease. So Apollo Creed's like, yo, I represent America. This country is great, according to him. They're gonna do it. We're gonna beat Drago. But Rocky's tired. Rocky doesn't want to help Apollo, you know. It's a big match. It's showmanship. Apollo doesn't have to take it. He took it because he's braggadocious. He's a showman, you know. So Rocky doesn't help him. He's just like, yeah, it's okay, whatever. And it's an over-the-top match. He comes out to this huge, like, grandiose, almost like a circus show, Apollo. Like, he comes out to like this, like, lowering stage. He's got, like, people singing for him. And Ivan Drago just comes in, like, silently. I think maybe to the USSR team. Just walks in. And the fight is just brutal. It's Apollo Creed getting just decimated. Like we said, clobbered Rocky. This is a different story. This fight should be ending. This isn't legal. Someone needs to stop him. And Rocky's like, I have to try and tell. But Apollo's like, no, don't. I can do this. And he's fighting, and he's fighting, and he's fighting. And in the end, Apollo Creed dies. He dies in the ring against Ivan Drago. I'm pretty sure it was maybe even in the first round or like the second round. It was one of the first couple of rounds. He gets killed.
I think it was like the third round. I think he died in the third round.
I think like the first round showed how bad, how mismatched it was.
And then the second round, no, he's practically he's on his last legs, and that's when Rock was like, "Oh, I'm throwing him, and you know he was like, "No, don't throw it in, Rock. Don't throw it in. I got this, Rock." And then he dies, and after the thing, it's like, oh, you know, Apollo's dead. What would you do if any other fighter, like, and Ivan Drago, he's like, he just turns to the media and he's like, if he dies, he dies, and it's like, oh shit, this fella's out to kill everyone. Everyone, the whole boxing community is in fear of this man.
Everyone's like, this guy he just killed him.
He just killed. Bear in mind, he killed what was considered the greatest boxer of all time. And he just ended him. He ended him.
And basically, Rocky is obviously hugely despaired, super sad. So he's like, I'm going to beat you. But in order to do that, he has to actually surrender his title, his championship. And he's like, oh, okay, I'm going to do it. And Drago's like, yeah, okay, you can fight me. But I beat you, best guy in America. So you have to beat me on Christmas Day in the Soviet Union in an unsanctioned 15-round fight. And Rocky's like, alright, I'll do it. And then it's, in my opinion, the greatest, like, one of the greatest montages in cinema history, and the best sports montage. It's Rocky training, compared to Ivan Drago training. Rocky's like, I have to go back to my roots. He's in Russia, and he needs to train. So he gets the winter equipment, he gets the logs rolling, he has his manager training him, and they're going hard. He's going in, he's dragging the wood, he's lifting it, he's punching meat again, he's doing it all. Well, Ivan Drago, the machine, he's hooked up to, he's running on the treadmills, he's hooked up to like all of the testing things. He's punching the crap out of bags, and he's looking like a monster. He's in these tanks, he's using all this high-tech equipment, and they are pushing him to his limit, and they're making him an actual, like, we're talking like Haaland machine, ice in the veins, you know. And then basically, and like, this is halfway through the movie, and like, it's already the fight. I'm pretty sure the fight takes place like, and definitely last turn is just a fight, and then they go in, and this is a goddamn. I'm pretty sure it lasts 12. It's 15 rounds, but the fight lasts 12 rounds, and nearly every single round is shown. It is a slugfest. Rocky is struggling at the start. First 5 rounds, he's struggling. He is just getting outpaced, outmuscled, in every single sense of the fact. He's getting destroyed. Sheer power, sheer speed, sheer stamina, he's not doing good. But he keeps on coming back. He's coming back, and he's coming back. And slowly, Ivan Drago's getting a bit tired. I think like round 8, Rocky is the first round he wins. And it's almost like, oh my god, this guy can bleed. And gods do truly bleed. Men can actually hit the face of God. And then Rocky's coming back, and he's coming back, and he's coming back, and he's coming back, and he's coming back. And then in the end, but then he gets beat back again, and then and then the crowd start cheering for Balboa as well. They're like, oh my god, we like this cool guy's this American. He's got what it takes to beat Drago. And then in the end, Rocky knocks out Drago, avenging Apollo's death. Obviously, he didn't kill him. And then he talks to the crowd, and then he's like, Merry Christmas. Yeah. And it was just, I love Rocky 4. I think it's the best Rocky movie. I think it's the most iconic. I think it's the best fight for its time. And yeah, I can't think of many more superlatives for it.
I can't think. I love Rocky 3, don't get me wrong. But Rocky 4 is just iconic.
Yeah.
It's just iconic. It has to be the best.
Yeah.
The best boxing movie of all time.
Now, you can do the best. I did the first time, you can do the second half.
Of course. So, now folks, we're
going into the dark ages.
We're getting into the dark ages of the Rocky movies.
Yeah.
After this, so this saga before Creed begins is the downfall of Rocky.
Yeah.
Like it's sad to say it, especially after such a great movie, after the best movie.
Yeah.
You know, the only way to go is downhill. You know, you hit the top of the hill.
There's a big gap. Actually, no, there's a big gap between 5 and 6. Never mind. Go ahead.
Yeah, there's a big time skip. Rocky's son, who was like barely a boy, in Rocky 4, is now a full young adult. I think he's like 20s or something.
Oh yeah, he's a normal.
He's like
guy,
a young adult.
Normal job.
And Rocky 5 focuses on Rocky training up this new protege, this new kid in the block. You know, he's very similar to Rocky. He's a bruiser, he's a baller. You know, he's not getting the recognition he deserves. And what do you call it? This kid, he gets his title.
Yeah, Rocky trains him. Rocky basically makes him like the best fighter in the world.
And Rocky trains him up. You know, he's like, oh, it's not fair what they did to you, kid. I'm training you up, you know. And eventually he trains this kid up to be the best. You know, to be the best fighter. Eventually, I think, the kid? Yeah, he becomes evil.
Yeah.
I think he starts cheating or something.
I think he's just a bit of a. He's good, but he's just like mean. He doesn't talk to the press. He's constantly like This relationship between him and Rocky that deteriorates because Tommy is just kind of. His name is Tommy Gunn. He's just He's like not. I think he wants to win from Rock. Tommy's like, yeah, I'm the best now. I'm best in the world, but I didn't beat the Rock. I didn't beat didn't beat Rocky. Like I beat some bloke for the heavyweight title, but what, like, who is he? He shouldn't be the champion. Rocky shouldn't be the champion. And he basically gets infuriated with the fact that he never beat Rocky. So they basically get into a street fight. Rocky and Tommy get into a street fight. And basically Tommy is just basically destroying him. And he's destroying him, but in the end Rocky makes a comeback and he beats Tommy. And that's actually it. That's literally it. Yeah, it's sad to say that's it.
Yeah, it's. I'm just remembering now actually. So I think at the start of the movie, it goes from directly after Rocky 4. It does, doesn't it? It goes directly from Rocky 4, and you see Rocky in the changing room.
I think so.
And he's shaking. The man after the Drago fight. He's shaking.
Yeah.
And you come to find out that Rocky actually suffered a bit of brain damage from the fight, and that's why he's offered a fight against the number one contender in the world, and he says no. I think your man's name is Kane.
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
And he says no to the fight. He's like, look, I can't fight this guy. You know.
Yeah.
He's still suffering with the brain damage, so that's why he decides to train up your man Gunn. And what you call it? The guy who's trying to organise the fight between Rocky and Kane organises the fight between Duke and Kane, I think.
Yeah.
No, not Duke and Kane. Gunn and Kane.
Yeah.
Gunn and Kane. Your man, the guy. I think his name is Duke.
Tommy Gunn.
Yeah, Tommy Gunn. I think the name of the guy who's trying to organise the fight. His name is Duke or something. But I think Tommy wins in the end, and what you call it? Yeah, Rocky fights in the end, and I think Rocky loses. Does he?
No, Rocky beats him.
Oh, Rocky beats him.
Rocky beats him, and that's it. And then it's like, oh, fuck you, and that's it. He goes back to his son, and he's like, you know what? I'm going to take care of my son now, and not this guy who I thought might be my son, but in fact he's just an asshole. That's literally it.
I'm gonna look after my own son.
Alright, now you can talk about Rocky Balboa. All I know is Rocky 6, which is like 16 years after Rocky 6. Rocky 5.
Rocky Balboa. Well, it's a funny one, to be fair, because I can only remember bits of this movie. I can only remember small bits of this movie.
It's basically Rocky's an old man. Everyone's dead. I'm pretty sure. Everyone knows he's dead. Maybe I think Polly might be alive or something. No. Adrian's dead.
Yeah. Adrian's dead with cancer.
Yeah.
Rocky has literally nothing left.
Yeah.
And
like,
that's what it is. A new VR game or something comes out. And, this is literally it, because there was memes going around for ages saying Rocky's a gamer. And I remember the Rocky's a gamer meme because the Rocky Balboa movie, it starts off with there's this heavyweight champion, and he brings out this new game, this new VR game. And Rocky, of course, because he's a boxing legend, he is allowed to try out this boxing game. Yeah. Fully VR experience, And the final boss in the game is the current heavyweight champion, this guy. I think his name is Mount.
I don't know what it means.
No, Mason, sorry. I was thinking of Mount from Mason Mount, but yeah, his name's actually Mason. So he has to fight Mason in this VR simulator, and Rocky wins. And the whole world's going crazy. Oh my god, Rocky won Mason. This VR is programmed with Mason's movements, so Rocky would win.
I mean, it's just a simulation. It's a simulation.
Yeah, it's just a sim. It's just a VR game.
Yeah.
And Mason Dixon's so angry at this. He's so upset at this. Someone bet his VR AI. He's like, I can't have this. I'm challenging you, Rocky, to a fight.
Yeah.
Bear in mind, Rocky's like 40 at this stage. It's like Floyd Mayweather.
He's a lot older than 40.
Beating like Tyson Fury's VR AI.
He's 50.
And then Tyson Fury being like, I'm not having this. It's literally what it's like.
He's 50, man.
He's 50?
Yeah. Yeah.
Dear God. They were really struggling for movies when they made this, weren't they?
Yeah, and then basically he fights the guy and he loses in the end.
Yeah, he loses, but he gains the respect of all the crowd,
Well, do you know that there's the DVD version, there's two endings. There's an ending where Rocky wins.
Yeah, I heard about that actually.
Yeah, I have it, yeah. So yeah, I don't know. Rocky 6 is terrible. It's so good. It's bad. But now we get to the
the good movies. I feel refreshed talking
Go
about
ahead.
these movies.
Talk about your favourite movie.
Oh no, folks. If Rocky 4 wasn't so good,
you can say that Creed is better than Rocky for you. You can say that. I give you permission. I know you prefer Creed over Rocky 4.
I prefer Creed over Rocky 4, folks.
I know.
I prefer Creed over Rocky 4.
And I'm not gonna judge.
I have to give it.
Creed is just amazing.
Creed is such a good movie. It's such a good movie.
Wait, Creed 1 or 2? Which one do you prefer?
I prefer Creed 1.
Yeah, I think Creed 1's a classic.
Can't beat Creed 1.
Yeah.
Can't beat it. Creed 2 is great, mind you.
Yeah.
Creed 2 is great, but Creed 1 is just different.
Mm-hmm.
The whole training for it, the whole,
Yeah.
I'm trying to build my own legacy. It's great.
Mm-hmm. So go ahead.
Yeah. Well, I don't want to give too much because I do want people to watch this movie.
Oh yeah, so spoil every other movie but Creed. Oh.
But you see, because the Creed movies are still new, I feel like people haven't watched them.
Came out 7 years ago, man.
7?
Creed 1 came out 7 years ago. What do you mean new? I saw this when we were 13.
I feel old now. I thought it was like 4 years ago. I thought it was like 4 or 5 years ago.
We were babies when you watched Creed. Maybe Creed 2. Yeah, Creed 2 came out 4 years ago.
That makes sense. Okay, yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, I might as well spoil it then.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, basically it starts off and main character, played by Michael B. Jordan, he's working not a dead end, he's actually working quite a cushy 9 to 5 job, He's working for this company, but he's not happy. He just wants to be a boxer, He just can't help himself. So he's fighting over Mexico. He's trying to fight anywhere he can, And eventually, after trying so many gyms and trying around so many places, he decides, I need to go to Philadelphia. I need to go, where Rocky trained, I need to go to the heart of boxing America, So he decides to drop everything. He quits his job. He leaves everything. He leaves the riches. And he goes and he moves to Philadelphia. And he's living in this dead-end apartment. And he's fighting in a gym where nobody knows him. Nobody cares about him. He's not getting the training. He's not getting anything. And he decides to call upon Rocky, ask for a favor, My dad and you were best friends, so you owe me this. That's literally the line. You owe me this. My dad died in the ring. You owe me this. And it must be known, a call back to Rocky Balboa, actually, if you remember the scene. So, Michael B. Jordan used to shadow box, fighting as Apollo Creed and fighting as Rocky Balboa. with the projector playing their fight in Rocky 2.
Yeah.
I like that. I like the callback to Rocky 2, and I like the callback to Rocky Balboa. And eventually he is training in Philadelphia. He gets Rocky down to the gym to train with him, and to give him tips and to give him hints or whatever. And the main trainer at Gold's gym has his own fighter, and he doesn't like the fact that Rocky, he's trying to get Rocky down for ages. Rocky, the Philadelphia, the hometown hero, won't come down to see his kid fight, but he comes down for this randomer. Nah, that won't slide. So he eventually he gets a little fight to keep his kid warm. He gets a fight going.
Yeah.
And Creed wins. Creed wins against the guy. Doesn't win with ease. Bear in mind, your man's a good fighter.
Yeah.
He's the top 5 in the world. Good fighter. For the weight, and Creed wins. And your man, because his kid lost or whatever in this exhibition fight, he revealed to the world that he is Apollo Creed's son. And of course, everyone's going crazy. What, Apollo Creed's son just won against top 5? He's boxing as well,
Yeah.
But this isn't what he wanted. He didn't want his name out there like that. He didn't want to be Creed's son.
Yeah.
Bear in mind, he didn't know his dad.
Yeah.
He didn't want to be Creed's son, but yet he lives with this name hanging over his head. And the only way he can make it in the boxing world now is if he fully accepts the name. And big fighters are coming up. They're looking for fights. A character named Wheeler. If you remember Wheeler, he was in the gym in California. He was boxing in that gym. This was the gym which Apollo Creed used to train in as well. Wheeler is the guy. You probably don't remember, but this is near around the start of the Creed movie. So he's training in this gym, and Wheeler's looking for, a sparring partner. Pretty much, he's looking for a sparring partner. And nobody knows Michael B's character, and he's like, "Yeah, okay, I'll spar him." And it's like, oh, this guy can actually fight. Put on your gear. We'll set up a sparring match right now between you and Wheeler. And Wheeler just beats the shit into Michael B. That's what makes him go to Philly. Anyway, so Wheeler's coming out. He's saying, "Oh, this guy, he fought in the California gym. He's nothing new. He's nothing crazy." And eventually, before the now current heavyweight champion, I forget his name. He's from Everton.
Yeah, he's a British boy.
British boy. He's from Liverpool. He's from the Everton side. That's why I said he's from Everton. I didn't want to say he's from Liverpool.
Yeah.
He's from Liverpool. He's from the Everton ends. He wants one last fight before he's sent to prison on battery and drug use charges. I think.
Yeah.
I think it was something crazy like that.
Yeah.
So he wants one last fight before he goes to prison to provide for his family. And of course, Apollo Creed, son, is now fighting. It's a big name, Adonis Creed. So your man's like, organise a fight right now. 6 weeks. 6 weeks notice. That's all we're giving. We're fighting in 6 weeks. And Rocky tells him, no, it's not a good idea. Don't fight this guy. He's not a nice fighter. He's not this. He's not that. But Adonis is eventually able to talk Rocky into it, and they go through their big training camp. You have your montage. You have, Creed training. He's training in the downtown Philly, the rough gym. It's barely any equipment. There's barely anything like that. He has the training going, and he fights against this guy in I think it's in Goodison Park as well. I think it is.
Whoa! Whoa! That's so weird. So I never noticed this. I'm rewatching like the fights in Creed, and I'm watching Creed 2, the final fight, And oh my god, the guy, Victor Drago, like, I got a chunk of the fight CGI and it looks weird.
Really?
Yeah, it's just this scene.
I can't remember any goofy scenes in Creed 2. Bear in mind I watched it recently.
Oh, I know, this looks so bad. Oh no. Oh no. Like, Michael B. Jordan looks, like, good. But Victor Drago, it looks way too quick. Like, it doesn't look right. Oh, this doesn't look right at all. Oh no. If I watched the first fight was perfectly fine. But this fight,
Don't say that, man. Don't say that.
I don't know, like, some of it, most of it's fine, but some of it looks weird. Like, it looks like it's being fast forwarded. But it's not.
Wait, might as well finish the Creed 1 explainer before we go into Creed 2.
Yeah.
So eventually, Creed is fighting against your man in Goodison Park, and it's a great fight. You know, it's up and down the entire fight. It's very similar to Rocky 1. Very similar comparisons can be made with Rocky 4, you know. It's constantly up and down. Who's going to win? Who's going to get the final blow? Who's going to get the last laugh? Creed, you know, he's almost down for the count. You know, he's up and down. You know, your man's up and down. He's running out of stamina. Creed is relentless. You know, can't be stopped. A man possessed. But eventually, when the fight's over, 12 round count, you know, it's all gone, all done. And they announce your man as the current heavyweight champion. So he retains his title. Creed loses, but he gains the respect of everyone. He's not Apollo Creed's son anymore. He is Adonis Creed. A new Creed era has begun.
Yeah.
And that's where Creed finishes up. Great ending as well. I think they end on the the Memorial Steps in Philadelphia.
Yeah.
You know, they look off into the sunset. Pretty cool. Definitely my favourite Rocky film.
Yeah.
Just whole and whole, my favourite Rocky film.
Creed was great.
I'd say my favourite Rocky montage and fight is in Rocky 4.
The montage is phenomenal. The montage is nearly as good as Rocky 4. Like, the montage is so good with the kids on the bike and everything, like, driving around them.
Honestly, we're gonna get into Creed 2 now.
Yeah.
I think Creed 2 has the best montage scene. Better than Rocky 4. I'm gonna say that much. Of course, that's what I was saying there. I think Rocky 4's montage and fight scenes are better
Creed was, I thought it was big,
than Creed.
I thought it was a big not goofy, but it's like, Creed 1 montage is like, alright, he's like, I'm going to my roots, I'm going to my boys, you know, like, I'm gonna get it done, like, you know, Adonis Creed style. But Creed 2 is like, I'm going to the desert.
I thought that was cool as fuck.
It was cool.
I thought that was so fucking
it's cool, but some of it is a bit funny. Like, a lot of it's really cool, but some of it is pretty funny. Some of it is like, oh, I'm gonna hammer this ground.
Bear in mind though, it's the whole movie was basically like there is meaning behind him going into the desert. You know, it's not like we're just gonna send them off into the desert.
Yeah, it gets to be boring, a new man.
Yeah, it's all about being reborn.
Yeah.
So Creed 2 begins, and Adonis Creed is now the current heavyweight champion. He is the best in the world.
He wins it. He wins it at the start of Creed 2.
Yeah, no, it's your man Wheeler, and Wheeler is he was the number 1 contender, so he gained the title, and what do you call it? Adonis Creed is now the number 1 contender.
Yeah.
They eventually have their fight, you know, and it's been long presumed that Adonis Creed is the best in the world, and Wheeler is past it. He's gone, you know.
Yeah.
And eventually they have their fight, and you know, Wheeler, he doesn't look up to it. His punches aren't connecting properly, and Adonis looks unstoppable. Eventually knocks Wheeler down. He wins. And you know, Adonis Creed is now world heavyweight champion. He is the best in the world. And at the time, Adonis Creed, and what's her name from the Thor movies? Oh, Valkyrie. Yeah, Valkyrie is in the Creed movies as well.
Yeah, Valkyrie's
crazy
really
stuff. Valkyrie's killing it. Yeah, Valkyrie's killing
really
it. They're expecting their first child, and there's struggles at the moment because they don't know if the child's going to be born with the same hearing conditions she suffers with. Bear in mind, she suffers with degenerative hearing loss, I think it is.
Yeah.
So eventually she will be deaf, and they're afraid that the child will be born with that as well. And so Creed is suffering through all that, and this new guy, Ivan Drago's son, comes up out of nowhere. Named Victor Drago. Comes up out of nowhere, comes up from Ukraine, and this guy...
Oh, look at the size of him.
He is battle-born. He doesn't look like a typical boxer. He's not like short and fast.
He's not lean. He's not like shoulder heavy.
He's not long and lean.
He's just
a block.
Yeah.
He is a block of muscle. This guy, he doesn't look like he should be a boxer.
No.
If anything, he looks more. He looks more bodybuilding than anything.
Yeah, definitely.
Like you'd see this guy in the WWE before you'd see him in the ring.
Yeah, definitely. He'd definitely be a
wrestler. But he proves everyone wrong. He is a monster. Yeah. He is a monster. He is what Clubber wanted to be. You know. This guy, he is determined to prove that the Drago name still holds weight in the boxing world.
Yeah.
And that Ivan Drago, his dad, is the best coach and is the best fighter to ever grace the sport. You know, that's his plan. Yeah. And he calls out Creed, saying, you know, my dad killed your dad in the ring all those years ago. Let's see the same fate happen to you. And of course, Creed can't take this sitting down. You can't take this lying down.
Yeah.
This guy is literally, he's dishing out all this hate. He's dishing out all this shit about your dead dad. You know, all the boxing communities, like, how will Creed respond to this? You know, if he doesn't respond, he's not going to have the affection of the fans anymore. It's going to look like he just backed down against this monster. But if he does take the fight, as Rocky said, this guy literally has nothing to lose. He's riding the media to get this fight, to get this title match. You know, you can't give in to this dude because you have everything to lose. You have a title to lose. You have a legacy to lose. This guy, if he loses, everyone forgets about him. Nobody cares.
Yeah.
If Creed loses, this guy is now the new kid on the block. He is now the new champion. You probably won't get another chance.
Yeah.
You know, once you've lost against a guy like this, you lose your career. And Creed, he doesn't care. Rocky, I don't care. You know, if you're not going to train me, you know, I'm not keeping you around anymore. And Rocky and Creed, they have their falling out. So Creed goes back and he goes to I think it's Apollo's trainer's son. That's who he goes to. Forget his name. But yeah, he goes back to California. He goes back to his dad's trainer's son. You know, they know the tricks of the trade. They know the business. Your man trained Wheeler, who was the champion as well. You know, he's not some schmuck with a name. He's trying to build his own legacy as a trainer as well, like Creed is. And your man trains him up. He gets him ready for his fight against this guy. And the fight day comes around, and Creed wasn't expecting this guy to be as good as he is because there's not much about him out there. You know, just a couple fights in Russia, a couple fights in Ukraine. Same as Creed in Mexico. You know, you can't prove everything by like the limited films you have. So Creed does not expect how bloodthirsty, how venomous, and how powerful this guy is. And eventually, Victor Drago beats him down so hard, he sends him to the hospital for days, for weeks. Broken ribs, broken arm, broken jaw, broken nose. he is literally paralyzed when he gets to this hospital. And, Rocky comes to greet him, and he's like, oh, I can't believe this happened to you, kid. And Creed's like, well, you weren't there. I could have died in the ring, you weren't there to help me. Just like my dad died in the ring because of the same shit. You weren't there. And Rocky can't say no, it's... Technically, he's not wrong, he wasn't there to help. He gave up on the kid. They had a fight, they had a disagreement, and he let the kid do what he wanted, and, this is what happens.
Yeah, let's kind of go a bit quicker here.
Alright, I'll go a bit quicker. So eventually, Creed, he's going through rehab, and he's going from a completely broken form. Everything he knows about boxing is wrong. To beat this guy, he needs to step it up. He needs to go back to the absolute barest roots. He needs to go back to the bare principles of boxing. That's the only way he's going to beat this guy. The only way he's going to beat this guy is not by using all talent, all 5-star skills. He needs to go back and learn the 1-star skills.
Yeah.
So Rocky tells him about this place in the desert, and this is where this is where fighters are reborn. So he gets out into the middle of the desert, and he stays there for 3 months, and he just trains. He trains and he trains. He breaks his body down and builds it back up again. How muscle is formed, He breaks himself down every day, and then every night he's in an ice bath to recover. And it's just on and on and on, and he keeps fighting, and he remembers why he's fighting, and he finds his purpose again. He can't talk to his wife, he can't talk to the kids. He remembers why he's out there, he remembers why he's struggling. He forgets about his name, about what he had, what he will have if he wins, and he just focuses on the present. And in the desert, he is reborn. He is Adonis. He's no longer Adonis Creed. He is just Adonis. And he comes back and he fights Victor Drago again. And this time, there's no fucking around. He's faster. He's stronger. He's more alert. His reflexes are keener. They're sharper than ever before. And Victor's been training, but he just won Adonis. It's the time, like, tale told through time, through these Rocky movies. He didn't train as hard as he could have, and now it's a fair fight. Creed in the movie, he's smaller than Victor. Obviously, he's smaller, but he's quicker. He's able to get in. He's a bruiser now. He's not this lengthy, flashy, KO superstar. He's an in-house. He's an in at your ribs, at your kidneys, at your your lower section, rather than going for the head and above, because he doesn't have the reach. Through the desert, he was reborn as this new type of boxer. And eventually he wins. Through all the hardships, he wins. And like you said there, might be a bit questionable with the CGI.
Did you check it out?
Yeah, I checked it out there. A little bit questionable.
A little rubber bandy when he was punching. A little plasticky.
Yeah, just a little bit. Just a little bit.
Yeah, not crazy, but it's a bit of a yikes.
And yeah, he wins. He gains his title back. Victor Drago won't be renowned again. He's been denounced by the Russian Federation of Boxing, so basically the Soviet Union boxing. That's what they try and pin them as in the movie.
Yeah.
Bunch of Soviets. Yeah, he's been denounced again. The Drago name will no longer hold weight.
Yeah, same thing with this he got his family back, and his family's like, fuck you, we don't care about you anymore.
Yeah, no, he got his mother back. Yeah, that was Ivan Drago's wife in the fourth movie. Remember, she was like
Right.
The boxing consultant during the montages who was like, you need to train harder. You need to win American.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, she left him during the fourth fight, and now during Creed 2, the Ma leaves Victor.
No.
Very telling.
Mm-hmm.
And that leads perfectly on to our ending, where Creed is like, I'm now the best fighter in the world, this, that, and the other, and I think that's how it ends.
Yeah. So I have a bit of a sad, bad, like not good news about Creed 3. Sylvester Stallone's not going to be in it. Hello. Hello.
No, yeah, sorry, phone dropped there. So you were saying a bit of bad news about
Sylvester Stallone's not going to be in Creed 3.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
Yeah, disagreements with him and the writers.
Yeah, I heard about that. That's sad.
It's sad, but I mean, he did write all the Rockies.
He did, yeah. It's a shame. Did he write Creed 1 and Creed 2, did he?
No, I don't think so.
Well, then I'm sure the Creed movies will be fine without him.
I mean,
as sad as it is, he is a staple of the movies, but look, he can't be a staple forever.
Yeah.
How long is he doing it? Like, it's literally going to be like a Carrie Fisher with Princess Leia situation.
He only wrote the... He wrote the first... It says wrote 3, but he wrote more than 3, because he said that he was sad that he killed off Apollo Creed.
He must have... Maybe he wrote 1, 2, and 4 then. That makes sense, because, like, why did he write Mr. T story?
Why did he not write himself getting decked?
No, I was thinking, like, of course that would be something you'd write, like, about Mr. T and all that, but him training in LA, but all the beach scenes.
Yeah.
I don't think you remember how questionable the beach scenes were in Rocky 3. They were questionable.
So writer, well, man, he directed parts of 3, and 4, and 5.
And 4.
Hour 6 was the best movie. Yeah, he directed, and he didn't direct all of them, but he wrote for every one of them.
Oh.
For Creed, he was just like a producer, and obviously an actor. And he wrote a bit for 2, but not the main one. Yeah.
So yeah, it's a shame that he's not going to be in it. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah, hopefully it'll be good. I mean, the premise is, I don't know, it's a bit weird.
I don't know. I'm pretty excited for this movie.
I don't really care for fucking gang shit.
I don't think the whole premise is gang shit, to be fair.
But it's like, oh, this guy came back, he didn't get a chance because he went to prison, because these two, when they were young, they were like outlaws together.
No, basically, so you see at the starting of the Creed 1 movie, you see Creed, he's in prison, and he's wailing on some kid.
In Creed 1?
Yeah, in Creed 1.
I don't remember.
Yeah, in Creed 1, he gets in a fight and he gets dragged off. This at the very start of the movie, mind you. He starts wailing on this kid.
Oh.
And that's when you can't necessarily say his mother, like he calls him, well, he calls her his ma in the movies. But it's not his like burnt mother.
It is his ma.
No, it's not.
Yeah, but it is his ma.
Yeah, it's his ma. Yeah, look.
You can't,
basically his ma comes and collects him.
Don't be that bad too.
Well, technically, it's not his ma.
Yeah, but it's his ma. Don't start.
Yeah, look, it's his ma, but it's not his ma. Right?
It is his ma. He sees it as his ma, so it's his ma.
Well, look, if I saw the sky as fucking purple, would the sky be purple for everyone else?
But she was his. She cared for him. She was his guardian, his mother. Is purple your purple? Oh,
Is purple my purple?
no. Anyway, go on.
No, look, yeah, I'm not arguing. I'm not arguing with it. Yeah, look, it is his ma. It's his ma. Yeah, look, I'll be fair. It's his ma.
I think we've gone on long enough.
Actually, I wanna mention one thing about the Creed movies before we wrap up.
Yeah.
The Creed movies also introduced for the first time in any like proper Rocky movie popular songs of that current time as theme music. I'm gonna give you one right now. Icon by Jaden Smith. Icon by Jaden Smith. Michael B. Jordan liked that song so much when it came out, he put it in Creed 2. Fun fact.
Absolute psychopath.
I think I like Icon, and you should definitely watch the scene.
Maybe it's good.
You should watch the literally look up Creed 2 walkout icon scene or something like that. Basically, it's all the lights and they're all floating around the stadium or whatever.
Oh, I think I know this. I think this is pretty fucking cool.
Oh, so cool! And he walks out to the whoa. You know, it's just the music playing. It's really, really good scene. Definitely a hype scene. It's definitely a hype scene.
It's a hype movie, mate.
We get 20 followers now. I'll rap that song. No problem.
Laughing as in like laughing up the fun, not fucking laughing. As like rapping the podcast.
Rapping it off.
I mean, for me, you're the rap then, sure.
No, I said, folks, 20 followers. I'll start busting out rhymes. Start busting out the lyrics for Icon by Jaden Smith. I think it goes by Jaden now. I don't even think it's Jaden Smith anymore. It's such a shame.
It's good.
Alright, no, come on, it's more than good.
I remember being cool. Maybe I thought I preferred the second one. The one when you're one season.
When you're one singer, that's the lame one, man. The Icon one is the best one.
No, it's so no, honestly, I watched it, wasn't impressed. He was like, oh, and it's so short. Mid.
Maybe not
mid. It's 7 out of 10. 7 out of 10.
This fucking guy. You can't appreciate fine art. Never taking you to a 5-star restaurant. You just say McDonald's is better. This fucking guy.
Yeah. You wouldn't know a 5-star restaurant if it slaps you across the face.
I've never had a 5-star restaurant slap me across the face, but I'm sure I've as hell dined in them. You know what I'm saying? I've dined in them motherfuckers. I'm telling you now, you don't deserve to be one of them if you don't think the Icon by Jaden Smith walkout team in Creed 2 is not the best walkout team of all time. That's all I'm saying.
Creed 1 walkout team.
It's not that good.
Let me check. Well, actually, before we end the podcast, do you want to do it? Do you want to do it now or during the podcast?
What is it?
Do you want to do the walkout discussion during the podcast?
Let's go. The
walkout discussion. The walkout discussion. The entrance discussion.
Yeah, we'll do the walkout discussion.
Oh, alright, that walkout sucked ass.
Yeah, it sucks, doesn't it?
I listened to a Creed 1 walkout, that was very bad.
Yeah, I know, yeah, that's what I'm talking about. It sucks, doesn't it?
Wait, let me do the second one for this. Please. 50.
Remember why you're climbing these steps.
I was thinking a minute 50. The thing's over.
Yeah. Go to 50. Yeah, this is. Alright, I'll let you marinate in this one. It's so much better than Icon.
Oh no, I know this one. I know this one. This one's goofy as hell.
This
Only
is
thing
so
about it
much,
is the light going around. That's
it's
the only
so
thing.
much better than Icon. Icon was so bad. Icon.
Where she
was,
starts singing. Oh,
listen, feel the bass. I have headphones on. I don't know if you feel it. That
I have
feels so,
headphones.
feel it when it goes boom. Oh, I feel so good.
You know what I don't like about it? Go to a minute 20. Go to a minute 20. This is actually. I think this is the only reason I don't like it.
Yeah, well.
Where she like flicks her hand up in the air and flicks it down. I hate that.
Oh,
I hate that. Looks goofy as hell.
She's losing hand.
I don't know if I can take it.
No, it looks goofy as hell. So she comes into the light or whatever. She's holding the mic. She can literally just have her head down. That'd be cut off. She like flicks her hand up and down really unnecessarily.
Did you like the?
Stupid as fuck.
Nah, I think this is so much better. Did you watch the whole one? Did you watch it all?
No, I rewinded back to the.
Don't stop. If you stop halfway through, you ruin the vibe.
Okay.
Go to minute. It ends at minute 2. So yeah, do that.
Starting to make his way through. Look at the expression on the face of Ivan Drago.
So did you finish it?
Yeah, I finished it just there.
Tell me that is not better.
No.
Infinitely,
It's good.
It is so much
It's the
better than
second.
Icon.
It's the
so
second
Icon was
best
so
one.
bad. Icon
Was so good, man.
Icon was
so good.
pathetic.
Icon was so good, man. I go
Pathetic.
back regularly and watch the Icon Walker from Grade 2.
Oh, it's so.
And I can admit that right now. I go back and watch the Icon Walker from Grade 2.
So
Because it's so fucking cool. All the lights flashing, shit like that. Oh, it's so
This is
cool.
shit lights. I looked at it like these lights suck ass. Oh, the Jane's fit looks so bad.
They're not, no.
Jane's,
They're not as cool. They're not as cool as the second lights. The second lights for the second fight, they're a lot cooler. Don't get me wrong. But
Holy
if them lights
shit.
for the lights
Jane's
for the first one,
when sicko, he's got like stupid bald hair, like stupid ass teeth now. Holy shit.
oh yeah, he looks goofy as fuck.
Where's the cool hair? Where's the like the dreads, stringy hair? Jane's.
I'm literally watching the Icon one right now, and it's already better.
The Icon one's so bad. It's so bad. Alright. I don't look at Jane Smith anymore. It looks fucking terrifying. He looks actually scary as shit. Alright. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh, come on.
No.
When he comes out alone.
No,
when he
it's
comes out alone.
so bad.
Boom, boom. You
So
know,
bad.
oh my god.
So bad.
No, it's
So
too
bad.
good.
So bad.
It's too good.
It's so bad.
One man army. One man army.
And he loses.
Comes out alone.
It's dead. Alright. So, thank you everyone for listening. Thank you for enjoying this podcast. It's a bit, maybe like longer. Maybe like an average, longer than average. In comparison to last week's one, it's longer. Thank you everyone for sticking around. If you have stuck around, you should like, share, subscribe, follow, all that jazz. Even though you probably won't. But yeah, do it. We'll totally enjoy. Yeah, we'll catch you next time.
Yep. It's been great, folks. Thanks.
See you.